Well, hey everyone, welcome. And of course, this is a pre-recorded D2D live, so you can still ask your questions in the comments on wherever you're watching this. If you're watching this on Facebook, on YouTube, go ahead, feel free, ask your questions. Some of us will be here live to answer some of those in the comments. We'll also be kind of circling back around on things if you want to watch this a little later and ask your comments then, ask your questions then. And if you have some real serious questions and you really need some serious answers, make sure you email us at support@drafttodigital.com. So I'm here with Lissa again. You may have seen our previous video with Universal Book Links, which are the backbone of pretty much everything books to read, and including the two things we're going to discuss today, which are D2D. Well, they're not D2D author pages; they're simply author pages that D2D can provide for you. So author pages and book tabs. So how bad did I mess that up, Lissa? Did I have that?
Well, it's always tempting to call them D2D book tabs, D2D author
Yeah,
pages because it's made by the same people. So it's all
that's
us.
important. Yeah, we've
Um,
been kind of discussing how to make sure people know that books to read and draft to digital are one and the same. So that's probably my instinct right there.
right. And again, when you have a draft to digital account, you have a books to read count automatically. We have single sign on between the two. It really is us. So if you want to get into no, wait, what's the first one?
Author pages.
No, book
Oh,
tabs
book
first.
tabs. Book tabs are first. Okay, that's what we're going to go through
Because
first. Okay,
because if we start with the backbone,
yeah,
UBLs, this is like, I don't know, a rib.
a rib.
The first rib.
The first rib on the so we're building a corpse is what we're trying to tell
No,
everybody.
no.
So death to digital is no. Okay, so here we are. Let's bring up your screen then. And we are looking at, this is familiar to anyone who was with us for the Universal Book Links webinar. This is
This is
our
once you
dashboard.
sign in,
Mhm.
you get dropped off here. You might see the home page, and you can tell you're logged in if the top bar is this navy blue color.
Mhm.
Um, and if you need to get to your dashboard, it's right here under Link Tools and UBL Dashboard.
And we call this the UBL dashboard, but it's actually the dashboard for literally everything
Everything.
books to read. Yeah.
Because we're talking about book tabs first, it's this column right here. It's this fancy little button, this is your book. So if you were editing your UBL, you would click on the book title in this first column. But we're going for the book tab, which
So
is like the fancy sales version of the
yes.
UBL.
And that's a good way to describe it, I think. This is the sales page that we wish that all retailers had,
A product
basically.
page that you control.
Exactly. So, yeah, do you want to run us through like some of the features of this then?
So the first thing you might notice is this big green banner at the top. It says, would you like to edit this page, enter edit mode, or deactivate this book? Some people hate book tabs. They only want the UBL. They want no confusion. They can deactivate their book tab by clicking this button, deactivate this book. If you're a reader, you wouldn't see this green bar at all. This is only for authors to get into edit mode. If you want to see what the reader sees, we click the See Reader View, and this is the sales page that we
Yeah.
have here. But I am the owner of this, my goodness,
Book tab.
book tab.
Yeah.
I wanted to call it a product page.
Which is what it is. Book tab is just our fancy cute name for it.
So you can actually enter edit mode directly from the reader view if you need to by clicking this edit button. If you don't want to do that, you can go directly there from edit mode here. We just wanted an easy way to toggle back and forth so you know what you're looking at and if
Yeah.
you've made your edits. And so here are all the things that we let you edit. The title is non-negotiable because it is hooked up to your UBL.
Yeah.
So this metadata is stemming from your UBL. So everything will match what your UBL has. The link to your author page is right here, but it's also automatically populated. You might notice that there is this tag thing here. We let you add a promo tag. On sale now, first in series, series finale, prequel, book bundle, multi-author bundle, latest release, free, pre-order now. These are just extra sales information, you know, that last little bit of information that might tap people over the want to buy it now. Let's pretend it's on sale. Do you see this this light bulb? It's right
Yes, it
here
gives me
too.
ideas.
You have unsaved changes. You're in edit mode. We just made a change. Save. We always want to save. We encourage people to save.
Okay.
It's so easy to get off the page without saving.
That's so important. It bears repeating that when you see a little red light bulb on this page, it means you have changes that are not yet saved. So you want to save them.
And if you notice that tag that we just added, it is right here on sale now. So let's
Now,
see
can
where this
people turn
goes.
off that tag?
Oh yeah, you just go back
Okay.
into edit mode, click the promo tag again, no tag.
All right.
So what happens if people click get it now? That takes you to the UBL. Remember, everything is built off of the UBL.
Yeah.
And the UBL, I believe if you click this, it takes you right back to the book tab. Let's see. In edit mode, you can also change the description. And sometimes things, since this is automatically scraped from the link that you put in, if you put in like an Amazon link, it'll try to pull from your Amazon description, and sometimes it misses the carriage returns or the bolding. I
All the
think for some
formatting
reason
stuff.
this description was all bolded. I think I just want the first line bolded. So it looks like the bold is there. You can do other things like, you know, add a link.
Okay.
You can add bullet points, numbered bullet points, italics, you know, some of the general stuff. We also let you add some general HTML. So I think everything is pulled in generically as a paragraph format, but you can add heading levels, anything that's in here.
Now, this
And
is a lot of stuff, by the way, that's not available in most of the retailer sales pages. So, especially like adding your own links.
right.
Some people like to do things. I won't name names, but there are authors who like to put a link into their sales page, like right under the header that says, you know, get a free book or something along those lines.
That might be against other terms of service,
Right.
but not
But we're
books
fine
3.
with it. Yeah.
And again, with links, you probably should double, triple check that your link works and
Yeah.
goes to where you hope it goes. So,
Right.
the coolest part of this to me is adding a custom carousel. I don't actually have any more books by this author on my account. But if I had, actually, let's save. So this part is bolded, this part is not. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. I'm going to see if I have a Kevin link or two.
Yeah. That should give you lots of books.
No,
No
Kevin.
results. Oh, okay. I'm going to try not to be offended.
No, I
There
have
we
more
go.
than one here. The default, I'm going to go into edit mode here. The default is to pull in an automatically generated carousel that's just all your other books. And you can actually reorder these by grabbing it and dragging it and dropping it. And I just think that's neat because
Yeah.
it is so hard on some retailers to see which is the next book in the series. Like, that's the most infuriating thing to me as a reader. Like, just give me
Yeah.
the next book, man.
Yeah. Yeah. If you were able to pull in one of my books, like that books from like my Kotler series, so you can custom build those carousels, right?
hmm
To put what you want down there.
Um, I'm actually going to show that off right
Okay.
now
Didn't mean to get ahead of you, but I was going to say
because
you'd see all the books in that series, and you could decide which ones are prevalent and which one. Like, if you want to put the newest releases first, or if you want it to go in order, you could do all kinds of things there.
so where I'm going right now, I'm clicking the author link right here, see more
Okay.
by, and then click on the author name. And that takes you to your author page, your, I guess, books to read author page. So this is like your name in lights. This is where we want you to customize everything. Again, we have edit mode, we have see the reader view, and a link to take you back to the dashboard if you need. So we're going to enter edit mode and let you see all the different things that you can add. Because I didn't have some things in here, they are hidden unless you have them. So again, we have a book tab. We call this the hero book or the book feature.
Yeah.
And then we'll let you put a promo tag on here.
There you go.
We let you put a photo. I'm just going to grab one of my book
There you
covers.
go.
We have a follow this author link. This is a generic mailing list link. So, whatever your MailChimp or
Author email.
author email or what are Mad Mimi or what are the other
Yeah,
ones?
yeah, Active Campaign,
Right.
yeah, any of the MailerLite, any of the email management systems that are out there, you can put your link to, or you could use something like a book funnel link. If you have a free giveaway, for example,
Right.
you
Or
could link
an
directly to that.
author magnet, right?
Yep.
So you could put that kind of URL in here and save it. And we have a place for you to add your social media. This is for your website, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn. We should probably add TikTok.
TikTok.
It's not on there. I'm gonna write
We're
that
all
down right
about
now.
TikTok right now. You can follow us on TikTok. Go follow us on TikTok right now, and then come back to this webinar.
And we also, so this hero section, we just changed out the book. We added a tag, and you can customize this promotional text. It automatically pulls from your description, but it's super limited since there's only so much space here.
Yeah.
And because there's only so much space here, there's only really bolding, italics, and I believe this is like a revert, go back to the default. So like I
Do
deleted
you know
these ellipses.
what the word count is for this
Uh,
box?
I want to say it's like 80 characters is not enough. I want to say it's 80 for some reason, but this looks like more than 80.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 200. I don't know.
Okay.
It is not a lot.
Okay. So if you're skilled at writing a tweet, you're probably going to be able to be just fine in writing something.
Right. This is your Twitter pitch right here.
Yeah. With the mirror, keep in mind, I mean, this is a truncated version of, this is basically some language that gets someone interested and asks them to click through, get it now or whatever. I think we can
Right.
change that text. But remember, we have the book tab, which has the lengthier description. So,
Yes.
okay.
Actually, the Get It Now button, you can change the color of it,
Okay.
but you can't change the text.
Okay.
So the really cool thing is this is the easiest place to customize your carousels.
Okay.
So that other books carousel we saw is right here. And we have a tag right here. It's blank. So let's save, show you what that looks like. I should have put in a social media link so you'd see what that looks like.
Oh, yeah.
So there's no tag here. Anything that is not filled out by you, like that mailing list, I didn't put in a mailing list. We hide it if it's empty. There's no point in showing it if it's empty. We only
Yeah.
want to show what's relevant. But the tags are in progress or complete. I know a lot of readers that don't want to start a series unless it's complete.
Yeah.
So that's the idea there. Again, the carousels are drag and drop. I wish I had more books in here. I should have added some more. If you want to remove a book, this side panel right here, the other books is automatically generated. That's just a dumpster of all of your books by the same author.
Yeah.
We'll take it out if you don't want it, or show it. But if you notice when you take it out, the books populated into this side carousel.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to add, this books to read book into the Dragon Prince's Legacy for some reason, now it's there. And if you add it, your other books, it's only that one. So it's whatever you want to show or not show. You can also change the order. So say I really want to push the Dragon Princess Legacy, that one first. Let's say it's in progress. We put the books to read book back. Actually, draft to digital's the main one. So we just reordered the carousels and we took a book out from our top carousel, put it in the other carousel. Let's see, to copy a book. So if you want to list a book more than once, you drag it over to the side. And now I have 2 copies of the same book. All of my other books are now in here. And down here, author biography. You can put quite a few words in here.
So you can also do an author bio up top, right?
I think this is only the social media links.
Okay. Okay. I think you're right. Yeah. So when you save that, yeah. So that, yeah,
Right.
there we go. There's the 2
social
links.
medias, your author bio, and if you want to see the reader view.
All right. And just like with the universal book links, like we sample the cover, and that's what forms the background of that,
Yes.
that banner.
So your hero book is going to determine what this background looks like. We sample it. We actually take your cover and do some special treatments to it, and it's a direct mapping of your cover. So if you had, a gradient purple to red or something, this background would look purple to red. Let's see, have I missed anything?
Let's go back to the edit mode. So you have the ability to actually remove books from the carousel. You showed us that, and rearrange them. So how about adding a new carousel? I know we don't have a lot of books to work with, but maybe we can.
All right, so we can add a carousel.
And there you get to name it as well as choose your books.
New set.
New set. I thought you were going for something there, like clever.
Let's duplicate a book.
Okay. And these are all working from, if you had created books by this author, if you had created several links by this author, and presumably this is you as an author, like if you have several books in there under your name, they would all you'd be able to drag all those into various carousels.
So this is the one that we just added in when we were in edit mode. And of course, we saved because we're good little boys and girls, and we clicked the save button.
And one of the ways I use this is I create a carousel that is like latest releases, and it'll be like the top 5 books that I've released, over the course of the year. And they may not all be in the same series, so that's a good place for something. So I have multiple series, so you have a carousel for each series, and then I have my newest releases or latest releases, and then sometimes I'll do things like I have a carousel that's all books on the same theme or something like that. So there's a lot of ways you can actually use this.
So let's say that I'm gonna go sneaky grab a link real quick.
Okay.
Let's say that we add a UBL.
Okay.
I would like to show you what the author page does. And if it doesn't work, you're going to cut this part, right?
Sure.
Right.
Yes, you can count on me.
So I just went to Amazon. I grabbed another Aaron Polk book, and I'm letting it find all the links. So now I'm going to go back to the author page. I'm going to click and other books. There it is.
All right. So that carousel will always pretty much be there, right? Can you disable that carousel?
You disable it by toggling it on or off. So right now it says show other books. It has the check mark. You click it, it changes to an X. The other books carousel is removed, and it's over here on the side instead.
Okay, yeah. You did show us that earlier. Sorry.
That's okay. Things are changing all the time.
Yeah.
Actually, this one, I need a copy of this one because this is the actual. Get out of there.
All right. There you go.
And we had the other books hidden, so that's not here anymore. Ta-da!
Very versatile. So this is, of course, if you don't have a website, for example, you might be able to use this. You could actually use this as a website. You can point a URL at this. So if you've got a URL registered with, say, GoDaddy or something similar, aaronpogue.com, you could actually point that at this page if you wanted. It's a little bit, you don't get as many features as you would get with, say, a regular website, but if you're just trying to build a good
it takes a
author
whole
page,
lot less fiddling, especially since we're automatically pulling in the links for every store already.
Exactly. All the really hard work is done for you. So it's a good alternative to spending a ton of time trying to learn how to do one of the other web development tools like WordPress or something. And of course, with the book tabs, you've got a built-in actual product page for each book that you can customize in certain ways, including book descriptions, and put it on sale, tell people it's on pre-order, whatever you need to do. So It's a great way to push and promote your book. And of course, I love the fact that you can add your all of your social media links, but add a link to get on your mailing list. Is something we tell authors all the time. Make sure that you have your mailing list. That's like your number one marketing tool. So having one more way for people to get on that list is a great idea. Well, this all looks great. Is there anything else we need to know about book
Um,
tabs and author pages?
well, I wanted to show off the dashboard one more time
All
because
right.
we used the dashboard to get to the book tabs the first time,
Mm-hmm.
but you can get to your author page from the dashboard as well.
Just click on the author name. There you go.
It's almost like we tried to make sense or something.
Yeah, and since you're logged in, when you click on an author page, now you've got multiple authors on this page. So
Yes.
you could theoretically create an author page for each one of these authors.
Yes.
Most people are only going to do their own, but you have
See, I think this one we linked in one of our self-publishing insiders.
uh
You guys were talking about this book, and so I just went and made a UBL real quick and threw it in the chat so that everyone else could see the book and anywhere else that they needed it.
there you go. There you go.
It was
Now,
that
if you
easy.
were a say a blogger or a podcaster or a YouTuber and you were trying to promote various authors, that's one way that you could use this. Create all you got to do is start with a link. Start with one universal book link, and that author will have an author page automatically.
hmm
Uh, and you could go ahead and set that up and use that as part of your broadcast. I mean, you could have,
Right.
you know,
And I know some people were worried about the automatic creation of these author pages since every universal book link automatically generates an author page. It
mhm,
automatically generates a book tab. You can turn off the book tab. You can, I don't think you can turn off the author page,
okay,
but there is there is very minimal risk since all of the name and the title and the book cover are all tied to the original link. The original link goes to the sales platforms that are, we verify the links
mhm.
and the link structure. So, if somebody goes and makes an author page for you, what's the worst that can happen? They
They'll sell
sell
your
some
books for
books
you.
for you. So, we aren't terribly worried about that.
Yeah.
Um, we don't think it's set up for abuse. And we
If
do
you,
have some secret things that we can't tell you, some secret sauce
yeah,
to guard against potential abuse, but we've done our best to guard.
yeah. And if you ever do find this has never happened, and I don't anticipate it ever happening, but if you ever do find that you stumble across one of these and it's not representing you appropriately, all you got to do is reach out and we can help fix it. So no worries. We're right
Right.
there for you. Okay. Well, this was a good quick one. I'm glad we put these two together. We were originally going to do these separately, but I think having these together makes a lot of sense.
They're really related and all of it
Yeah.
links together to each other. So,
Yes. Thanks to the universal book links. So, all right. Well, I think that is pretty much going to wrap us up then. Unless did you have anything else you wanted to throw in before we?
I don't think so. We didn't touch on reading lists, but I know that's coming in the future.
Coming up, yes. Reading lists are also built on the same universal book links and are a little more complicated, but are fairly similar to both of these. So you ought to be able to, after seeing this, you ought to be able to get a pretty firm grasp on how those are going to work. So, okay. Well, then that is going to wrap us up.
Oh, wait,
Thank
I did
you.
have one last thing.
Oh, one last thing. Go ahead.
So the UBL has specific link structure things that we told at the end. There's not any special link structure thing to be done for the author page, but I did want to draw your attention to the fact that there's a key It looks remarkably like a UBL key. It is not. It's your author page key. It's up here in the URL, and we actually put your author name as displayed in the URL as well. That's something that marketing has proven to foster trust, like when people are hovering over links, like trying to see where it's going.
Yep.
That's just one of the small details that we put into this, we baked in, just to make sure that people know that they're going to the right place and that it's a trustworthy link.
Yeah. There you go. Credibility is very important. So, okay. Anything else before we
I,
before
I
we
think
wrap
that's
up?
the I think that's
Okay.
the we have like so many little Easter eggs. I always forget about
Yeah.
some of the things that we just don't advertise as well.
Yeah, and we are working on getting better at remembering that we have all those things ourselves, and making
Right.
sure that you, viewers and listeners, know all about it. So, that's why we're doing this, these webinars. So, if you have questions, if you are confused about something, if you want more on something, please be sure to reach out to us at support@draftdigital.com. And of course, first of all, thank you, Lisa, for walking us through this.
Yeah,
Um,
anytime. It's
Everyone
my
else,
fault. Like, I made the UI, so, if it didn't work, it was my
you know
fault.
who to blame. If it doesn't work, you know you can blame her. Don't
Don't
blame
at
me. I
me.
had nothing to do with it. All right. So thank you everyone for tuning in. If you would be so kind, go subscribe to us on YouTube and Facebook. Go to youtube.com/draftedigital, facebook.com/draftedigital. Heck, I think we have all the URLs at this point. TikTok,
TikTok.com/@draft2digital.
TikTok.com/draft. I'm still getting used to TikTok, the tickety tacks and the talkity talks. Yes,
Clock app.
definitely go check us out on TikTok. In fact, if you are scooting around on other social media, we have a link, and I don't have it in this webinar yet. So where you can go actually subscribe to us and see when we're going to have another one of these live events. So go check that out. If you can't get on TikTok for whatever reason, you can do the same thing. If you go to d2dlive.com, you'll see a countdown to the next live event. And we try
Ooh,
to keep that up to date.
can I show
Oh,
that
go
page?
ahead.
I love
Show
the
the
live
page.
page.
Oh, yeah. See, this is a rare event. We normally don't get to, we
We don't
normally don't
have
get
it
to do this.
coordinated so well all the
Let's see.
time. Like,
Yeah,
we
look at that. So
almost every it's not every Thursday. I feel like some months we go crazy.
we're working on it. We're
Some
working on
some
every
months
Thursday.
it's
Yeah.
once a month,
Yeah.
sometimes it's every other week. But
Yeah.
if you go to D2D Live, if we don't have an event, it'll say, "Thanks for going to the last event, watch
Yeah.
previous live events." But, we happen to have a real life example of what it looks like when there's a countdown.
There you go. So yeah, we have one coming up. By the time you watch this one will have already come and gone. But you can check out d2dlive.com to see more of these uh, and make sure. And you'll get, of course, like Alyssa said, you can actually check out past events. And we have our whole YouTube channel crammed full of these things. So go check those out. That I think is going to wrap us up. And
For
thank
real
you
this time.
for real this time. Thank you so much for being a part of this webinar. Feel free to keep asking questions in the comments if you need to. And other than that, we're all done. We'll see you at the next one. So.
See